Hello, everybody. Another day of classical music and quotes that I read from my book. My famous quotes. Today, we're going to read quotes on comedians gone wise. Offstage, comedians pay bills, tie their shoes, and hunt for parking spaces. Just like the rest of us, they're good at what they do because they're keen observers and humankind, and because they're good communicators. Here are some of their serious thoughts, more wise than wisecracking. Laughter is the closest distance between two people. Victor Borg. A bookstore A bookstore is one of the only pieces of evidence we have that people are still thinking. Jerry Seinfeld. Talent alone won't make you a success. Neither will being in the right place at the right time unless you're ready. The most important question is, are you ready? Johnny Carson. Look, I don't want to wax philosophic, but I will say that if you're alive, you've got to flap your arms and legs. You've got to jump around a lot, for life is the very opposite of death. And therefore, you must at very least think nosy and colorfully, or you're not alive. Mel Brooks. If you want something done, ask a busy person to do it. The more things you do, the more you can do. Lucille Ball. You're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it. Robin Williams. If your ship doesn't come in, swim out to it. Jonathan Winters. The heart of marriage is memories, and if there are two of you happen to have the same ones and consider your reruns, then your marriage is a gift from the gods. Bill Cosby. If you have it and you know you have it, then you have it. If you have it and don't know you have it, you don't have it. If you don't have it but think you have, then you have it. Jackie Gleason. I've had a few arguments with people, but I never carry a grudge. You don't know why? While you're carrying a grudge, they're out dancing. Buddy Hackett. Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you, and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, because hate in your heart will consume you too. Will Smith. Failure seldom stops you. What stops you in fear of failure? Jack Lemmon. The greatest thing you can do is surprise yourself. Steve Martin. Laughter gives us distance. It allows us to step back from an event, deal with it, and then move on. Bob Newhart. Armageddon is not around the corner. This is only what the people of violence want us to believe. The complexity and diversity of the world is not hope for the future. Michael Palin. If you send out good people into the world, you know you've done something good. Carl Reiner. Anger is a symptom of a way of cloaking and expressing feelings too awful to experience directly. Hurt, bitterness, grief, and most of all, fear. Joanne Rivers. Live by the credo, have a little laugh at life, and look around you for happiness instead of sadness. Laughter has always brought me out of unhappy situations. Red Skelton. These are my new shoes. They're good shoes. They won't make you rich like me. They won't make you rebound like me. They definitely won't make you handsome like me. They'll only make you have shoes like me. That's it. Charles Barkley. I will buy any cream, cosmetic, or elixir from a woman with European accent. Emma Bombeck. She was what we used to call a suicide blonde, died by her own hand. Saul Bellow. Fashion is what you adopt when you don't know who you are. Quentin Chris. I think that most important thing a woman can have next to talent, of course, is her hairdresser, Joanne Crawford. Darling, the legs aren't so beautiful, I just know what to do with them. Marlene Dietrich. Plain women know more about men than beautiful women do. Katharine Hepburn. I always say shopping is cheaper than a psychiatrist. Tommy Faye Baker. I buy expensive suits just to look cheap on me. Warren Buffett. It is amazing how complete is the delusion that beauty is goodness. Leo Tolstoy. Put even the plainest woman into a beautiful dress and unconsciously she will try to live up to it. Lucy Duff Gordon. Beauty is mysterious as well as terrible. God and devil are fighting there, and the battlefield is the heart of man. Fyodor Dostoevsky. I've always said the beauty is only Cindy Saki. A thing of beauty is joy forever. John Keats. I never go out unless I look like Joanne Crawford, the movie star. If you want to see the girl next door, go next door. Joanne Crawford. Women are most fascinating between the age of 35 and 40 after they have won a few races and know how to pace themselves. Since few women ever pass 40, maximum fascination can continue indefinitely. Christian Dior. My religious background is that my mother is a Christian Dior scientist. Robin Williams. A man of 80 has outlived probably 3 new schools of painting, 2 of architecture and poetry, and 100 in dress. Lord Byron. Art produces ugly things which frequently become more beautiful with time. Fashion, on the other hand, produces beautiful things which always become ugly with time. Jean Cocteau. Fallacies do not cease to the fallacies because they become fashions. G.K. Chesterton. Women thrive on novelty and easy meat for the comrades of fashion. Men prefer old pipes and torn jackets. Anthony Burgess. It is easy to be beautiful. It is difficult to appear so. Josie Ballo. I think I'm value blonde to be perfectly frank. I don't know. Kate Blanchett. Going hungry never bothered me. It was having no clothes. Share. The trouble with the rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. Lily Tomlin. The only thing money gives you is the freedom of not worrying about money. Johnny Carson. No matter what a woman looks like, if she's confident, she's sexy. Paris Hilton. The fashion wears out more apparel than the man. William Shakespeare. If the man can run the world, why can't they stop wearing neckties? How intelligent is it to start the day by trying a little noose around your neck? Linda Ellerby. We seem to believe it is possible to ward off death by following rules of good grooming. Don DeLillo. In Cleveland, there's a legislation moving forward to ban people from wearing pants that fit too low. However, there is lots of opposition from the plumbers union, Conan O'Brien. A little bad taste is like a nice dash of paprika, Dorothy Parker. Whoever said money can't buy happiness simply didn't know where to go shopping, Bo Derek. Retirement at 65 is ridiculous. When I was 65, I still had pimples, George Burns. Admit it, sport utility vehicle owners is shaped a little differently, but it's a station wagon and you do not drive it across rivers, you drive it across the Walmart parking lot. Dave Barry. A lawyer starts life giving $500 worth of law for $5 and ends giving $5 worth of $500. Benjamin Hugh Brewster. Every time you spend money, you're casting a vote for the kind of world you want. Don't simply retire from something, have something to retire to. Harry Emerson Fosdick. Normal is getting dressed in clothes that you can buy for work, driving through traffic in a car that you are still paying for in order to get to a job that you need so you can pay for the clothes, cars, and the house that you leave empty all day in order to afford to live in it. Ellen Goodman. It's diamonds in your pockets one week, macaroni and cheese the next. Jolene Blacklock. Money is the most egalitarian force in society. It confers power on whoever holds it. Why pay $1 for a bookmark? Why not use the dollar for a bookmark? Steven Spielberg. If we could sell our experience for what they cost us, we'd all be millionaires. Abigail Van Buren. Free advice is worth the price. Robert Half. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. The income tax has made more lives out of the American people than golf has. Will Rogers. Every crowd has a silver lining. P.T. Barnum. People will buy anything that's one to a customer. Sinclair Lewis. Take all the fools out of this world and there wouldn't be any fun living in it or profit. Josh Billings. It is addictive, the ultimate book smart, so delightful, perceptive, and engaging, you won't be able to put it down. It's a book that I have read constantly for several years, but haven't finished. And that's the end of this chapter. I will continue some other day or some other time with another chapter of quotes. Until then, see you next time.